나를 새겨줘 새겨줘 mine 내 안에 들어와 어둡고 캄캄한 앞길을 빛내줘 You are my star 회색빛의 이 거리를 너로 칠해줘 지루한 저 밤하늘의 불꽃을
Hey everyone, it's Scissor. Listen and share the love. Okay, so I'm looking at VeriVery's Tag 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 music video. It was released on the 31st of July, and I'm curious. I had actually seen the teaser for this one. I'm curious to see where they're going for this, because it looks like it's still them, but they're slightly changing something up a little bit here. It's kind of hard to pinpoint it, but if you'd seen the teaser and then this music video, you can understand why I'm getting this feeling already from it. So here we go. Okay, like the abandoned house. Listen, some of this footage from the teaser. That's why I was a little bit interested to see where this actually is. Yeah, it's still getting that slight retro sound to the song. Under the sink. Not like it's obvious where they're hiding some of them. They gotta take photos proof. Ooh. Marco Polo. Ooh. Like the TV'd work in a house like that that's been abandoned for yonks. Huh? Okay, something a bit different here. Who is it? Oh, we're not going to be able to see. Ooh. Huh? Okay, what's that noise? There's something going on. Ooh. That's a ghost. Okay, that was a little bit creepy, that bit. Watching them, the house. The clapping, it's drawing him closer. Ooh. Yeah, it's like, who's it focusing on? Feet again. Hang on, he's still standing there. As if they were playing tag with a ghost. Yeah, there's the feet. Like, was he really there? I said, I was right, there is a slight twist on this. Okay, that music video, like the song, it definitely has that very retro kind of sound that VeriVery have started with. It's actually not as quite stronger than this one, which I actually do like. It has a little bit more of a, like, they do recreate it and make it very fresh, but with this one, a little bit less of it, I think, actually makes this song just that little bit better, because it's still in there, and it still has that slight retro sound that they do have, but you actually really get more out of their vocals than that with this song, which I really do like. This song, it's a little bit more, you get a bit more, you hear their vocals a bit more clearly, and you get more of a flavour for them, as, like, with their sound and that, which I really do like more. Music video was very, very interesting, especially towards the end, because, like, they all going into an abandoned house to play around, you know, be goofballs, play tag and that, you know, like some kids do. You got that scary abandoned house, you know, at the edge of a town, or, you know, somewhere in town that, you know, you just go hang out, or you go trash the place, depending where you live, anyway. But that was very interesting. It's like, one of the members, it's like, were they actually there, or was it a ghost that they were playing with, you know, instead of, like, you know, oh, it's a friend, you know, they live somewhere near this creepy abandoned house, how about we all go play there, because they say it's so cool. That's kind of the thing you got out of it, because, like, with the music, the teaser for this, it had a slight creepy vibe to it. Now I know why. I had to find out. So that's really interesting. Really, really interesting, people. So this song was called Tag Tag Tag, you know, as in, tag, I got you, tag, 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 you're it, you know, that's kind of it. And, like, you know, you're playing tag with someone else. It could be a mate, could be a friend, but with the whole, you know, baby, it could be, like, with a girl, you know. You're playing tag with her, but not necessarily tag as in the sense you're playing tag. Tag more as in life, you know, trying to catch that person, you know, confess your feelings to. You can't get that vibe out of it with this song without looking at the lyrics to begin with. That's the kind of feeling I got with it. Okay, so going through this music video. Okay, so like I said at the start, it's all happy and that gets a little bit creepier when they get to the TV and like they're trying to turn it on. And then when it goes to the tag, the screen goes blank and you're just looking at like yourself, your reflection in the screen, whatever you're looking at. And it's like, okay, something's going on here. What's going on? The song can't have been there, and the music video couldn't have been there, which was true. And then it just got that creepy and with that clapping. Oh god, that was so creepy. And then all of a sudden there's someone there. And like, because they're taking photos with the phones, it's done so it's like, you know, automatic face recognition, you know, it's focusing on the face to take photos. Because like they're using that during tag to, you know, to prove like, you know, I tagged you, I got you, you know. Because like, it's not necessarily just tagging that, they're also tagging, you know, when they're posting these photos saying, I got you, I got you. But it's like, there's them, and then there's something behind, which is doing the clapping, so it's even more creepy. So it's like, how many more are there, you know, not necessarily there? And also the feet. Like when they're playing Blind Man's Buff or Marco Polo, depending on what version or which one you go with, you know, and they're looking, you can see a bit through under the blindfold, like shoes and that, and then it's like, there's feet. Why is there feet? And then like, you got a few images flashing through the mansion, like a shadow, and then there's the shoes with no one in them. That's so cool and creepy. Like this, honestly, the song itself is really good. It does have a slight innocent feel to it. If you looked at the lyrics more closely, chances are there is maybe a slight dark undertone, only because of the way this music video kind of goes. But it's not also necessarily the case, because there are some music videos that are real bubbly, light and sweet and songs, but then you look at the lyrics for them and they have a very dark, they don't have any kind of dark undertone, then all of a sudden you find something that's really twisted when you go back and look at all the lyrics at the end of it. It's like, okay, so it was a bit more twisted than you thought, you know, that's kind of an example. Actually, a good example of that song, if you really want to look at it, is Vix's R8GU, also known as Regular Girl. It was released after they did Hide. It's a real good song, real bubbly, upbeat, happy, sweet, because it kind of, and it also does look at the whole Jekyll and Hyde bit, but you really actually got to pay attention to the lyrics, go through them all to the end, and then you can actually really see that it is a bit of a darker kind of song, more surprising than what you think just listening to the song and the music video. Like, it's got a slight dark undertone, but you really do not find it until you actually go through the lyrics of that song. This is not one of those songs which I think if you went through it, the lyrics might not necessarily be as quite as dark as what the end of this music video points it out to be, but I could be wrong here. But oh, that was so creepy how it went from really like playing in an abandoned house, fairly bright and bubbly, to something got a very dark tone to it towards the end. Some music videos try this and don't necessarily get there, but this was done brilliantly, mostly just to do with the setup to begin with, because it's one of those things that it's kind of one of those things, you know, you go hang out in a house like in a horror movie, then all of a sudden everything, you know, goes to pot and everyone's getting murdered. But in this case, it's different. It's not necessarily slowly in train that something bad might happen. But those kind of places do have a bit of a stigma that something creepy would happen. But the way it's done in a way that, you know, it's so bright and bubbly that honestly you don't think anything will happen. It's in the back of your mind that, okay, something might happen. But the way they do it, it's in a way that makes it more creepy than anything and leaves you more answers than questions, especially at the end of the music video when they're finished dancing, they're all walking away and one of them's just standing there, and then the camera pans back to him and he's got no shoes, and it's like, boom, 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 you know, in your head. Oh. Color-wise for this music video, red was a very predominant color, like with what they're wearing in that. Other than that, it was just more soft pastel-y colors. Nothing really too main on the main color, but bit of like yellow thrown in there. But overall, this kind of music video is more focused on to a point location, which was that old abandoned house with those aged colors. So there wasn't necessarily one color that really stood out. Maybe a bit more on that grey white color, only with where they did a big dance bit, and also where they were playing a bit. That's about the only real thing there. And I do know that also I do know Ravi did help with their comeback for this one with the dance and that. I do know that. Anyway, so this is a really interesting song. I do have to go back and look at the lyrics for this now, because I'm really curious to see what it actually, whether it's continuously light as what I think it could be, or whether it's got that slight darker undertone which you don't get until you've gone through and looked at the whole lyrics and gone, crap. Anyway, this is Ezra. Listen, love, share the love, everyone. See ya.